Hey everyone, thank you for joining us. My name is Muhammad Aidil bin Muhammad Amir, and my partner Bibi Masmira binti Mansur Shah. We will be presenting a real-world industrial relation case from Malaysia. The long-standing dispute between the Electronic Industry Employees Union Western Region, or EIEUWR, and Nichicon Malaysia Sendirian Berhad. EIEUWR is a trade union that represents workers in the electronic and electrical manufacturing sector. EIEUWR objective is to promote fair labour practice and protect workers' rights, to negotiate collective agreements for better wages and working conditions, to support union members through legal aid, training and welfare programs, to advocate for policy reforms that benefits industrial workers. Let's start with the background for case 1. In 2012, the EIUWR applied to be officially recognized as the union representing workers at Nichicon Malaysia, an electronic manufacturer. Under Malaysian law, specifically the Industrial Relation Act 1967, unions must gain recognition through a secret ballot showing majority support. The ballot was held in 2014 and the union won. However, instead of accepting the results, the employer challenged the union president's eligibility in court, delaying the recognition process by several years. Collective bargaining. In 2019, EIEUWR submit its first collective bargaining proposal. The company delayed negotiations and rejecting most proposal. In response, the union organized a Valentine's Day picket on 14 February 2020 to pressure the employer. The picket prompted the Minister of Human Resources to refer the dispute to the Industrial Court. On 7 May 2021, EIEUWR and Nichicon signed their first collective agreement. The agreement included 4% wages increase, 1 month contractual bonus, a variable bonus, and additional allowance and benefits. The collective agreement achieved by EIEUWR is governed by the Industrial Relation Act 1967, Act 177 of Malaysia in various sections. Section 13, Collective Bargaining. Section 14, Collective Agreements. Section 16, Deposit of Collective Agreements. And Section 17, Effect of Collective Agreement. Here's a quick timeline of key events. From 2013 until 2014, EIEUWR seeks recognition. Secret ballot is held and won. In 2014 until 2018, Nichicon legally challenged the ballot and union leadership. On 2019, union finally gains recognition and start collective bargaining. On 2020, talk stalls. The union holds a public picket to raise awareness. On 2021, Industrial Court intervenes. A collective agreement is reached. So the process from recognition to agreement took nearly a decade, and that's what makes this case so important. Here's some of article we found in the internet. So the key actors. The main actors involved were EIEUWR, representing workers' interests, Nichicon Malaysia, the employer, the Ministry of Human Resources, which is responsible for managing ballots and disputes, and the Industrial Court, which helped resolve the deadlock. Now I pass to Bibi.
Legally, this case centers around the right to form and join trade union, which is protected under both domestic law and international labour standard. The Industrial Relations Act 1967 ensures that once a union is recognized, employer must negotiate in a good faith. Legal aspect based on the Industrial Relations Act 1967, which is right to collective bargaining, recognition of trade union, collective agreement requirement, dispute resolution, prohibition of retaliation. Ethically, the case highlights a lack of good faith negotiation, respect for worker rights, transparency, equity and fairness, inclusivity on the part of employer who delay the process using legal technicalities. The raise serious concern about corporate responsibility and respect for worker rights. Next slide. For the decision making and critical point, here's some decision making process. First, union recognition. Second, preparation of demand. Next, negotiation strategy. Fourth, employer response. Next, industrial action. Dispute resolution. Signing the agreement. For the critical point to watch, you can see as the table. Some key decision where the union choose to persist legally rather than give up. Nichicon chose to challenge recognition which escalate conflicts. The union organized a public picket in 2020 to gain public attention. The ministry referred the dispute of the industrial court which led to a breakthrough. Each of these decisions shaped the course of the case and ultimately led to a resolution. Next. Lesson learned. This case teach us several lessons. First, persistence is powerful. Union can success even against well-resourced employers. Legal knowledge is essential for both union and worker. Understand and using Eieuwr 1967 help the union overcome employer resistance. Public action matter. The picket help to push case forward. Government and court must act decisively to uphold labor law. Real-world implication. The real-world effect of this case include empowering other union to seek recognition and collective bargaining. Suggestion for improvement. Here are our suggestions. Introduce faster mediation process to prevent year-long dispute. Improve training for union and HR team on labor law. Strengthen the role of the industrial court to act early in prolonged case. Promote a culture of bona fide, which is good faith bargaining across industry. Next slide. For the conclusion, the case underscores the importance of legal framework like Eieuwr 1967 in protecting worker rights, ethical conduct in negotiation, ensure fairness and transparency, persistent advocacy, and member engagement in achieve long-term goal. In conclusion, the Eieuwr versus Nichicon Malaysia case is a powerful example of the struggle for worker rights in Malaysia. It shows the importance of legal protection, union resilience, and timely government action. Thank you for watching our presentation. We hope this case has helped you to understand the challenge and potential of industrial relations today. Thank you, Doctor.